Mahavishnu, who is breathing out these universes, is an expansion of an expansion of expansion of an expansion of Nityananda Prabhu. So if Nityananda Prabhu wants to inundate the universe with divine love, there's no problem there. Mahaprabhu Tara Nritya Karena Darashana Shabe Nityananda Deke Na Deke Anya Jana. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was observing the dancing of Lord Nityananda Prabhu. Lord Nityananda Prabhu could see this, but the others could not. So I think we've had some difficulty technically, so now we're online. And of course the Panihati festival has ended. Nityananda Prabhu rested at the home of Raghava Pandit and then began congregational chanting, and by his dancing he inundated the entire world in ecstatic love. And now text 103. Lord Sri, so Mahaprabhu was observing the dancing, and Nityananda Prabhu could certainly see that, but others could not. Nityanandera nritya jaina tahara nartane upama dibara nahi etina bhuvane. The dancing of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, like the dancing of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, cannot be compared to anything within these three worlds. Nityera madhuri ke bhavani pare pare Mahaprabhu aishe je nritya deki pare. No one can properly describe the sweetness of Lord Nityananda's dancing. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally comes to see it. Nityakari Prabhu Jabe Vishrama Karila Bhojanera Lagi Pandita Nivedana Kaila. After the dancing, and after Lord Nityananda had rested, Raghava Pandit submitted his request that the Lord take his supper. Bhojane Bashila Prabhu ni Jaganalanya Mahaprabhura asana dehine pataya. Lord Nityananda Prabhu sat down for supper with his personal associates and made a sitting place on his right side for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu ashise asane bashila deki raghavera mane ananda badila. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there and sat down at his place. Seeing this, Raghava Pandit felt increasing happiness. Raghava Pandit, do you want to do that? Do you want to do your seva?
No, I'm going to listen.
Okay. So Raghava Pandit, this is Raghava Pandit's home. He's cooking for Mahaprabhu. He's cooking for Nityananda Prabhu, and then Mahaprabhu is coming there in his divine form, which not everyone can see because ostensibly he's in a distant place. But Raghava Pandit could see that Mahaprabhu has come, and he's very happy. Dui Bhayage Prasada Aniya Darila Shakala Vaishnava Piche Pariveshana Kaila. Raghava Pandit brought the prasadam before the two brothers, and thereafter distributed prasadam to all the other Vaishnavas. Nana prakara pita payasa divya shalyana amrita nindaye aiche vivida vyanjana. There were varieties, this is what he cooked, varieties of cakes, sweet rice, and fine cooked rice that surpassed the taste of nectar. There were also varieties of vegetables. Raghava Thakurera Prasada Amritera Sara Mahaprabhu Jaha Khaite Aishe Bara Bara. The food prepared and offered to the deity by Raghava Pandit was like the essence of nectar. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there again and again to eat such prasadam. So Mahaprabhu would come in this same form, the same kind of form, wherever he was in the world, you could say, he would come and take prasadam at the home of Raghava Pandit. Raghava Pandit's devotion was so astonishing that when he was a child and served the deity, then the plate was empty when he came in. First it wasn't, and then he cried, "Oh, you have to eat. My father has ordered that I should feed you, but you didn't eat anything." So then the deity actually ate all that, and then he got into trouble with his mother because his mother thought that he ate it. But anyway, Raghava Pandit was very lovely, cooking and serving. Pakakari Raghava Jabe Boga Lagaya Mahaprabhura Lagi Boga Pritaka Padaya. When Raghava Pandit offered the food to the deity after cooking, he would make a separate offering for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Pratidina Mahaprabhu Karena Bhojana Majje Majje Prabhutare Dena Darashana. Every day Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu would eat at the house of Raghava Pandit. Sometimes he would give Raghava Pandit the opportunity to see him. Dui Baire Raghava Ani Pariveshe Chatnakare Kauyaya Na Rahe Avasheshe. Raghava Pandit would bring and distribute prasadam to the two brothers, feeding them with great attention. They ate everything, and therefore there were no remnants left. Can you imagine if you offered the plate of prasad bhoga to the deity and then you came in and all the bhoga was gone? This happened regularly with Raghava Pandit but that was his very, very special position in devotion. Any question about that? You can do it if you want. Kata upahara anehena nahi chani Raghavera gare rande radha thakurani. He brought so many preparations that no one could know them perfectly. Indeed, it was a fact that the Supreme Mother Radharani personally cooked in the house of Raghava Pandit. So this is a name to remember. Always remember Raghava Pandit. Durvasara taniteho panachena bara amrita haite pakatara adhikara madura. Srimati Radharani received from Durvasa Muni the benediction that whatever she cooked would be sweeter than nectar. That is the special feature of her cooking. Sugandhi Sundara Prasada Madhuyera Sara Duibai Taha Kanya Shantosha Apara. Aromatic and pleasing to see, the food was the essence of all sweetness. Thus the two brothers, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, ate it with great satisfaction. Aromatic and pleasing to see, the food was the essence of all sweetness. Thus the two brothers, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Lord Nityananda Prabhu, ate it with great satisfaction. Bhojane bashite raghunata te kahe sarvajana pandita kahe inha pache karibe bhojana. All the devotees present requested Raghunath Das to sit down and take prasadam. But Raghava Pandit told them, he will take prasadam later. So Raghunath Das was there. Remember, this was after the Panihati festival, and Raghunath Das Goswami also went with Nityananda Prabhu to the house of Raghava Pandit. And then all the devotees asked Raghunath to sit down and take prasadam, but Raghava Pandit said, he will take prasadam later. Bhaktagana akanta bari akarila bhojana haridvani kari utti kaila achamana. So achaman, washing their mouths and hands. All the devotees took prasadam, filling themselves to the brim. Thereafter, chanting the holy name of Hari, they stood up and washed their hands and mouths. This is the freedom of the Vaishnavas. They're not They're not fasting and trying to run away from the material world. They're not seeing anything material, and they're taking prasadam as much as they like. Bhojanakari duibai kaila achamana Raghava ani paraila malya chandana. After eating, the two brothers washed their hands and mouths. When Raghava Pandit brought flower garlands and Raghava Pandit brought flower garlands and sandalwood pulp and decorated them. Bida kao yaila kaila charana vandana bhakta kani tila bida malya chandana. Raghava Pandit offered them betel nuts and worshipped their lotus feet. He also distributed betel nuts, flower garlands, and sandalwood pulp to the devotees. Raghavera kripa raghunatera upare duibayera avashishta patra dilatare. Raghava Pandit, being very merciful toward Raghunath Das, offered him the dishes with the remnants of food left by the two brothers. So that is why he said he will take later. Kahila Chaitanya Gosai Karyachena Bojana Tarashesha Paile Tomara Kandila Bandana. He said, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has eaten this food. If you take his remnants, you will be released from the bondage of your family. So this is a couple of points, or at least one, that the betel nuts were also distributed to the devotees, but these are all devotees in the retinue of Nityananda Prabhu. They are, they are divine personalities and cowherd boys, and they can take all these things, but we don't. We don't take betel nuts. Bhakta chitte bhakta grihe sara avastana kabu gupta kabu vyakta svatantra bhagavan. The Supreme Personality of Godhead always resides either in the heart or in the home of a devotee. This fact is sometimes hidden and sometimes manifest, for the Supreme Personality of Godhead is fully independent. Sarvatra vyapaka prabhura sada sarvatra vas ihate sangshaya jara jay jaya jay say jaya nash. But that previous verse is quite significant, and I keep hearing this quite often from the talks of Guru Maharaj and Gurudev, because they're speaking about this. We have to remember that we are simply doing our duty. We do not have control over what will come as a result of that duty. We are always bowing down to that result and going on, trying our best, making our best effort, and if we do something incorrectly, we will be corrected. So we have no anxiety, we're trying very hard. And so here, just saying, sometimes the devotee can perceive that the Lord is there, and sometimes not. That is up to him. He is the fully independent personality of Godhead, and it is all sweetness. His dealings are only sweet. The Supreme Personality of Godhead is all-pervasive, and therefore he resides everywhere. Anyone who doubts this will be annihilated. Prate Nityananda Prabhu Gangasnan Karila Se Vrikshamule Bashilagni Jaganalanya. In the morning, after taking his bath in the Ganges, Nityananda Prabhu sat down with his associates beneath the same tree under which he had previously sat. Previously means, as far as I can understand, previously means that tree under which he was sitting when Raghunath Das Goswami came the day before. Raghunatha Ashikaila Charana Vandana Raghava Panda Dwara Kaila Nivedana. Raghunath Das went there and worshipped Lord Nityananda's lotus feet. Through Raghava Pandit, he submitted his desire. Adama Pamaramuhina Jivadama Mora Ichahaya Panachetanya Charana. I am the lowest of men, the most sinful, fallen, and condemned. Nevertheless, I desire to attain the shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Vamana Hanya Jaina Chanda Dari Bari Chaya Aneke Jatna Kainu Tate Kabu Siddhanaya. Like a dwarf who wants to catch the moon, I have tried my best many times, but I have never been successful. Jatabara Palayami Grihadi Chadiya Pitamata Dui More Rakaye Bandiya. Every time I tried to go away and give up my home, relationships, my mother and father unfortunately keep me bound. Tomara kripa bina ke hache tanyana paya. Tumi kripa kaile tare adame hapaya. No one can attain the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without your mercy. But if you are merciful, even the lowest of men can attain shelter at his lotus feet. So we are always saying, Nitai Gaur, Nitai Gaur. Ayogya mui nivedana karite karibaya more chaitanya deha kosai hanya sadaya. Although I am unfit and greatly afraid to submit this plea, I nevertheless request you, sir, to be especially merciful toward me by granting me the shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we realize we're asking for mercy. And mercy, what does mercy mean? It means that the person asking for mercy is not qualified for it. And that is the very nature of mercy. It's not looking for qualification. So we, as Guru Maharaj is saying, it is your humility. Your humility will attract the Lord. Do not think that your doing menial seva will be ignorantly misinterpreted by them to be your lack of qualification. I know I'm repeating this lately, but it's coming up so often, and it's something that I'm also trying very much to meditate on. It's a very mysterious thing in this world, that our recognition of our lack of qualification is our qualification. This is not how things work in this world. Moramate padadari karaha prasada nirvigne chaitanya panyakara asirvada. Placing your lotus feet on my head, give me the benediction that I may achieve the shelter of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu without difficulty. I pray for this benediction. Shuniha se kahe Prabhu Shava Bhakta Gane Ihara Bishaya Shuka Indra Shuka Sama. After hearing this appeal by Raghunath Das, Lord Nityananda Prabhu smiled and told all the devotees, Raghunath Das's standard of material happiness is equal to that of Indra, the king of heaven. And he's not at all distracted by that. Not to say distracted, he can't stand it. Like, I gotta get out of here. Chaitanya kripate seha nahi baya mane shaba av shirvadakara pauka chaitanya charane. Because of the mercy bestowed upon him by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Raghunath Das, although situated in such material happiness, does not like it at all. Therefore, let every one of you be merciful toward him and give him the benediction that he may soon attain shelter at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nityananda Prabhu was instructing all of his very exalted followers, all of you bless him. Krishna Pada Padma Ganda Jai Jannapai Brahmaloka Adi Shukatade Nahi Bhai. One who experiences the fragrance of the lotus feet of Lord Krishna does not value even the standard of happiness available in Brahmaloka, the topmost planet, and what to speak of heavenly happiness. Brahmaloka is at the very top. So ordinary heavenly happiness has nothing to say. All right, so we can stop here and then continue this beautiful instruction by Nityananda Prabhu. Haribol, Jai Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki Jai. Jai Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj ki Jai. Srila Om Vishnupade Si Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada ki Jai. Jai Jai. Jai Sri Sri Upadesamrita. Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Sad Goswami Prabhu ki Jai. Sri Rupa Nuga Guru Varga ki Jai. These instructions, Upadesh Amrita, the nectar of instruction. Haribol. So we're going to, again, gradually we're trying to memorize these verses and trying to remember them during the day also. Vacho vegam, manasa krodha vegam, jiva vegam, mudara pasta vegam, etan vegam yo vishaheta dhira, sarvam apimam prativim sasisyat. This verse is like jewels to illuminate the different kinds of difficulties that we are experiencing in this world, in different circumstances. Here's Vacha Vegam. Here's Krodha Vegam. It's giving some light. See this? Atyahara prayasascha prajalpo niyamagraha janasangas chaloyam cha sabir bhakti binashyati. In the same way, like a doctor, he's looking in your ears and he's looking in your throat with a light. This is what's wrong here. And so we're getting some light to see. Here's this problem, prajalpo, and so on. Janasangas, very, very bad one. Utsahan nishchaya dharya tat karma pravartanat sangatyaka sato vritte sabir bhakti prasidyati. The 6 qualities which nourish devotion. Dadati pratigratnati guhyam makyati prichati bhungte bojayate chaiva sadvitam pritilakshanam. This is going all the way to Nityananda Prabhu, Mahaprabhu. This bhungte bojayate is going on constantly in Chaitanya Charitamrita. This offering food, receiving the remnants of food, is all very sweet, and inquiring submissively, hearing the answers, so many things, giving something, receiving. Krishneti asya kiritam manasadriyeta dikshasti chet pranati bhischa bhajantamisham shushushaya bhajavigyam Shushushaya bhajana vigyam ananyamanya nindari shunya hridamipshita sangalabdya. These are our different relationships with different persons who are chanting the holy name. Drishtai svabhava janiter vapushash shatosher na prakritatvam iha bhakta janasya pasye gangam vasam na kalu buddhapena pankhe brahmadravatvam apagachati niradharmai. So this is, as the Ganges water is always liquid Brahma, liquid divine conscious spiritual substance. Doesn't matter if there are some bubbles and foam and mud on there, that doesn't have it, no effect. So don't look at that. Don't be, and the same with the Vaishnava, the great Vaishnavas. There's some, naturally the body will have some disease, some kind of thing like this will be, it doesn't matter. Sya Krishna nama charitari sitapya vidya pito patapta rasanasya rachokitanu kinvadaran anudinam kalusaiva justa swadvikramad bhavati tad good kadamulahantri. The sugar candy of Krishna's name, pastimes and so forth is not relishable to a tongue, which is severely afflicted by the jaundice of ignorance. Alas! Certainly, however, I'd like to put alas in the beginning of that. Certainly, however, when it is constantly honored with faith, this candy gradually becomes relishable and eradicates the disease. And continuing with the words of Srila Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj, about this verse, are talks which are relevant to our understanding of this verse. 169, page 169. So we read this a little bit at the end of it yesterday, but we'll repeat this. The jiva soul is gross. Gross meaning not so fine as those eternal personalities of the divine plane. Although fine in comparison to worldly materials, the soul is gross in comparison to the Paramatma and Bhagavan. They are finer, they are finer and finer. They can connect with matter, the gross, but the gross cannot connect with the subtle. Yamevesha vrinute tena labhyas. When the Lord voluntarily comes in contact, then we can have him. Again, that theme is there. Otherwise, by our own ascending attempt, we cannot go to him. Everything comes down. His connection and the different effects of his connection descend. They are coming down to us. He comes down and can connect with us. We cannot connect with him at our sweet will as a subject, but we can feel that he has come down to capture us and that we are instruments. We are playing in his hands, playing at his sweet will. He is playing with us, and we can feel that he has come to our plane. He is handling us and making us dance in any way he likes. The initiative will come down from the higher. So we want that. We want to be utilized by the center, by the sweet center of all. So our responsibility is surrender. Our responsibility is surrender, submissiveness, to draw his attention toward us, to attract him. Please come and touch me. Please come into my heart, down to my level, and give me your sweet company. All these things come from our side, the negative side, and the decision, the positive attempt, should be taken by him. We are in the negative. This negativity is very, very important. Negativity doesn't mean, oh, you're being kind of negative right now. No, it means I am in need. I am in need of your mercy. I want to submit and surrender to your divine will. And that is attracting the positive. I have that in a letter from Guru Maharaj. The positive attention be taken by him. When he will come down, then there will be connection, otherwise not. Ashishtava pararatang pinashtumam adarshanam marmahatam karotuva. That attitude has been described here. He may care for me or he may not care for me. He may ignore me totally. It is his sweet will. Only I can try to draw his attention toward me as a poor soul, as one in need. In this way we can have connection. Otherwise all is imitation. If he does not come or give his connection, and I think that I have got his connection, then all is hypocrisy. All may be a hypocritical play to show others, to the lower section, that I am a devotee, but that is all false. To engage only our superficial senses in cultivation of Krishna is nothing. It cannot be the name, but only mundane sound. Your tongue can produce only mundane sound. That is not Krishna. For the name to be Krishna, Krishna has to come down. So don't be self-deceptive. Quote, taking the name, I am a great sadhu. It is not like that. Krishna has to come down in the form of sound on your tongue. He is spiritual. He is transcendental. Sevan mukhehi, your complete surrender toward him will attract him. And he will graciously come down to grace you as the name in your archan or when you are performing any duty. At every step he will come. When you are wholly giving yourself to him, then he will accept you. He will embrace you. He will be within and without you. Within and outside. He will be all around. You will see that and feel that. But we must do everything in the mood of surrender. That is the connection. Surrender is the connection. Otherwise we can do the things that we do in practice, but if the practice is not imbued with surrender, then it's only external. Surrender is the conscious connection. The other thing is just the body moving this way and that way. There may be piety there, Guru Maharaj says, or there may be non-piety there. We might be doing something which is not good. So surrender is everything. He is our guardian. We are surrendering to him. But I'm doing this wrong. I'm wrong. I'm in a wrong position. And I'm coming to you in need. I'm coming to you in need, my Lord. He is everywhere, but only those who have clear eyes can see him. Sarvatra Krishnera Murtikari Jalamala. Se dekite paya jara aki nirmala. He is everywhere, but only those who have clear eyes can see him, not those who have eyes are captured by the prejudice of selfish ends and ordinary things. We should not be captivated by prejudice. When all prejudice is cleared, our eyes will directly see the highest power of the highest principle underlying all things. So we may feel a little hopeless hearing this. I mean, I feel like I'm just a big bag of prejudice and attachments and so on. And in that mood, stani stita, wherever you are, we are beginning, and we are beginning in the mood of surrender. It's like sometimes somebody has the idea, surrender's later after you've been moving your arms and legs for a certain while, then you can come to surrender. No, that is the basis of our practicing life. And then our movements will have significance. It's not one or the other. Just like if I bring a gift to a friend, but I don't really want to connect with that friend, or I don't feel anything toward them, I'm just throwing a gift at them. That has no meaning. There must be sincerity, there must be affection, then there's some connection. So we have to engage our consciousness in Krishna consciousness, not just our body. Andi Buddha Chakshujara Vishaya Dulite Kirupi Se Paratato Paibe Dekite. The tendencies for exploitation and renunciation. So many units from these planes, like so many dust particles, have blinded our eyes, and thus we cannot see him. We cannot see that person who is everywhere and everything. How is it possible? Only by his Maya. He is giving that potency. Otherwise, how is it even possible? Narayan, sorry, I have to put these on. Narayannamayang Dira Pasyanti Paramartina Jagaddannamayang Luddha Kamuka Kamini Mayam. Those who are lustful find only where there are beautiful ladies. They only reckon that. And greedy people are always busy in their minds. Here's Birla, there is Tata, there is Ford. In other words, here is, the Tesla, and here is the Jaguar, and here is the whatever it is thing that people are driving now. I want one of those. They think only about moneyed men because they love wealth the most. But those that are beyond the outer influences, liberated from other influences, find, this is the kingdom of Narayan, who is the support and who is the guardian of the whole of the world. I am seeing Narayan everywhere. I am seeing here is this place, all around me is the kingdom of Narayan. We see his hand everywhere. Without his direction, nothing can move. The wind came and blew this, and so where did the wind come from? We are seeing that everything is significant and beautiful and perfect. It is perfect. It is all serving the Lord. Without his direction, nothing can move. Some may boast that they have power, beauty, or wealth, but it is all false. The real backing spirit, all-pervading, all-knowing, all-good principle is Narayan. I'm a very good artist. Really? Did you make yourself a good artist? How did you arrange for that? Or I'm a very good singer. Really? How did you organize that good singing capacity? I notice that tendency in myself. Not that I'm very good at anything, but, the pauper is proud of his penny. Everywhere the serving attitude is presupposed. To take the name only physically has been discouraged. Why? Service to the name must be offered with a serving attitude. Otherwise it will be useless or offensive. Sevanmukhe jivadao, swayameva spuratyadao. So this is the very gist of all of our devotional activity. With anything and everything, all different conceptions of Shravan, Kirtan, Smaran, and so on, the serving attitude must be present. And service without surrender has no meaning. The surrender is Guru Maharaj is saying, surrender is the connecting point between what we're doing, we might call it service, but without the surrendering attitude, it is external. And so we were trying to surrender. Not like, oh, well, why should I bother that I'm not surrendered? No, this is our practicing life. It is the jiva. It is the life. Bhakatera prana. It is the life of devotion. So Gurudev said when we were in New Jersey one year, he's saying, here is the television. There was a television in the room. And there is the wall socket. If the television is not plugged in, then the television is useless. So we have to plug in. Now that's going to take a lot more than just doing things. That's actually giving my own self to the Lord. And sometimes we're thinking, well, I'll just do all these things, but I'm going to keep my own self to my own self, okay? Sevan Mukhe means it is superior to my subjective existence. And I can connect with that realm only through serving, sacrificing myself for the cause of that realm. That is service. Die to live. This attitude should be present everywhere, and wherever we want to have any connection with the transcendental, this is Sharanagati. Everything is for his satisfaction, for him. This attitude must be present everywhere, that everything is for him. Not that he is for me, but that I am for him. This central consciousness must be maintained and understood. Then progress toward devotional world is possible. That becomes possible. Everything is for him. That means every existence, everything that I'm going through, that is arranged by him. And I must bow down to that and see the sweetness of that flow. Now we have jaundice. We don't know the sweetness of Krishna's intentions and his will. We are tasting only bitterness. But that is our wrong taste. We are not correct. All of our fear, apprehension, all of these things, we don't know what they're for. They're all the circumstance of my life. I don't know what they're for. I can only know through surrender. Then he can show me. The Lord can show me what his intention is. Some small point. And then I'm making progress through that. I am seeing things in a completely different way than I saw them before. And in a way that I've never seen them before. Anyway, I'm just quoting Guru Maharaj. Guru Maharaj is telling us these things over and over and over again. But if we don't practice, we will never believe it. We will never actually believe that. We will never know it for sure. We have to try to say yes. Yes, yes, yes. What you want, it is good for me. What this situation is. But the thing is, we are projecting what it means. And I don't want that thing that I think that this is going to result in. I don't want that. But that may not be the result at all. We don't know what the Lord is doing. We have to bow down and connect with the inner flow of reality. then we can see clearly, oh, this is for this. This is so great. My idea of what this circumstance means is wrong. We're misreading everything. Any questions, Prabhu? Or comments?
Sharanagati ki jai, Bhima Krishna Prabhu says. Then YouTube, let's see.
Yeah, it's really, this is such a fine point, and we have to talk about it a lot because it's hard. It is so hard, especially when something's coming that is really bothering me. It's a strong prejudice. When that happens, it's like the ego just digs its heels in. I'm not surrendering to this, forget it. And therefore we go on suffering. And Guru Maharaj said, if we do not bow down to that circumstance, it will continue to come again and again and again, because the lesson has not been learned. But that's not motivating us with fear. It's saying, no, don't put this off. Why do that? Why stay in this plane of action and reaction? And we do something even worse in order to offset that problem, that reaction to something that already happened. And so we're getting into more trouble. Not only that first problem, but adding on another problem to try to avoid the lesson that's coming. But the lesson is sweet. If we can bow down to the Lord, then we will see sweetness behind that. He's only trying to give me relief and bring me to Him. And so the scriptures are also doing that. The ordinary scriptures written by different levels of sadhu, they are also trying to give us some good advice. Don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. You should do this and that and that. Generally, just to make our life a little more bearable in the plane of exploitation. Oh, don't do these 4 things, I'm telling you. These 4 things are going to get you into so much trouble. And I just read an article by Srila Gurudev that I had on my computer that I'd actually forgotten about, but I was trying to clean out my computer yesterday afternoon. And I saw this, and Gurudev said, I cannot imagine that persons who are taking initiation, who are being recommended to me for initiation, do not know that they cannot break these 4 regulations anymore. Are you not telling them? Are you not explaining this to them? Once they have taken initiation, they cannot continue to do these things. It will give them so much difficulty when they make a vow to avoid these things and then they do them. An accidental fall down may happen, but but that is not something that we're planning on. Those 4 regulated principles that are given in the Srimad Bhagavatam must be followed, or there's going to be difficulty for us. And there's no way to, they're very entangling. So anyhow, trying to go on, that is not the essence of devotion, but those things, those 4 regulated principles are so entangling that we're not to give trouble to our guru by continuing all these things. Oh, even when someone is very, by their birth, by our unfortunate birth, there is a strong tendency to any of those, that through surrender to that really strong desire that is giving us pain, my Lord, this pain is good for me. That I really want to do something that is bad for me. I will tolerate that pain. It is your grace. And very quickly that will be removed. So surrender is the essence of everything. We are in the guardian, centered family. Hare Krishna.
There are some other questions by Kuo. What is meditation, please?
Addiction?
Meditation.
What is meditation? Well, meditation ultimately is to remember, like what we've been talking about today, that everything is existing for Krishna. Sometimes we get an idea that if I offer it to Krishna, then it's for Krishna. No, it was already for Krishna. Everything's existing for him. And to remember that. And that all of the circumstances that come to my life, they are also coming in order to help me. And I can meditate that, my Lord, I bow down to all these circumstances. They are your grace. May I be engaged in your service. And then chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, which is purifying us. And that mantra should be received from Sri Guru. He will plant that in our heart. And then we begin to chant in a regulative way every day. But that chanting must be imbued with the meditation that I am yours, my Lord. I am yours. You can do what you like. Everything you do is wonderful, wondrous. I surrender forever my head at your divine will.
Who is asking if Spanish fork okay, the Spanish fork people okay.
I'm sure they are.
Then he's expressing that he's very excited to hear about any Sri Sri Guru Gaura Chandra Ju story.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Cool. I remember you were asked that before. About how Mahaprabhu came here and so many things. Jai Sri Sri Guru Gaura Chandra Ju ki jai, Jai Gira Ju ki jai. Thank you again for that question. Now we've gone a little bit over time, so we'll talk about these things later. Jai. Jai Sri Upadesamrita ki jai. Jai Srila Rupa Goswami Pad ki jai. Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sri Devi Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Also, it's good to meditate on the instructions of our great gurus, their teachings, their class on YouTube. There are so many very, very nice videos. That series of Srila Bhakti Rakshak Sri Devi Goswami Maharaj, the series of Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj, they have subtitles given, they were done very, very careful by Chinmay Prabhu. And we're watching them all the time and listening to them. That's another meditation. And trying to remember certain things and instructions. You can write things down. All these things are meditation connection with the divine plane. Especially through sound. Hari Haraya Namah Krishnaya Yadavaya Namah. Jai Saparika Shri Shri Guru Gaur Chandra Ju Ki Jai, Shri Giriraj Govardhan Ju Ki Jai. Hari Bol, the all affectionate environment Ki Jai. Conscious substance. And we are too nonsense to even know it. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Sundar Govindadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Srila Bhakti Rakha Sri Radhev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Rupanuga Guru Varga Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Acharya Vrinda Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sannyasi Vrinda Ki Jai. Nam Acharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Sad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai. Saparshad Sriman Mahaprabhu Ki Jai. Saparshad Sri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shyama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Jai Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat Ki Jai. Tadi Sakamat Ki Jai. Shri Chaitanya Saraswat Mission Ki Jai. Kol Kartal Ki Jai. Harinam Sankirtan Ki Jai. Samaveda Vaishnava Mandala Ki Jai. Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Nitai Gaur Premanandi Haribo Jai Gurudev Ki Jai. Haribo Jai Gurudev.
Q says good night, Shri Shri Guru Gaura Chandra Ji. Be well all.
All right.
Ganga Lila Didi is here. Divya Shakti Didi. Kum Didi. And Krishna.
Huh?
Abhima Krishna.